Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WCG 2019 here in Xi'an. Last round of the group stage, round 6 is among us. And this is going to be cool, man. It's Infi, who is already qualified for the top 4, against HunteR. That's a match we've seen before at WGLs, for example. And HunteR is getting closer and closer in taking maps off of Infi. And actually, HunteR took a map off of TH. And he's winning series this year in Xi'an. Still,
yeah.
Second to last in the group. That was to be expected, but the level of play for HunteR is rising, and for Infi, stakes are really high. This is about the group stage win.
Yeah, as you also keep mentioning, he did take a map off of Hawk as well. This is far from impossible, but yeah, it's actually going to be an important match, not just for the group stages, but also for, all right, let me get this straight, for Moon, right?
Why?
No, never mind. I got that wrong. Never mind. That's going to be a different story. But yeah, Infi, if he makes it here in first place, that's him. Definitely gets the win here. It's going to be first place for him, making it to the playoffs. And without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for our first match here in this best of 3 between Peru and China. HunteR spawning in the bottom left, playing the Night Elves, of course. Infi in the top right.
Infi had a hard start into this tournament, a rough start. He was defeated by Hawk right away, but since then, undefeated. A lot of people were already saying like, oh man, Infi is in a slump again, as he was at WGL, but boy did he prove them wrong. On the substage here before this battle, it was a 2-0, but still very tasking games between Infi and Moon. So how high is his level of concentration now? HunteR could pretty much chill for a long time, so he comes in this with a fresh mind and being relaxed. Maybe that's a factor here.
And he's playing the Demon Hunter by HunteR. Did he get that name from that hero? I think I never asked him actually.
No, but
doesn't seem too far-fetched now, does it? HunteR, of course, previous to the Keeper days, was always a Demon Hunter player. Players like Moon, for example, were much more versatile with neutral heroes and such. And Infi seems to really getting back to his strong matchup. Before the Keeper days, Infi was so strong in this matchup against Night Elf, and now once again is looking damn threatening. 2-0 against Moon. Remember, that on paper should equate to a 2-0 against HunteR, but he won't be making that so easy for him.
True that. HunteR, if you're not watching too much Warcraft 3, then Infi is a former world champion. Infi is a former WCG champion as well. HunteR's appearances here in China have been lackluster. There were quite a few mistakes. South America, of course, not nearly as strong as South Korea or Russia or especially China. But since his first arrival in China in 2016, HunteR's getting better and better and closing the gap slowly but steady between them. So don't get me wrong, HunteR certainly has a chance, but Infi is the big favorite. It would be a miracle if HunteR wins this.
He's gonna get the quick jump start to level 2, as always is the case. This is why this map is so favored among Night Elves. You're gonna get a great Ancient of War creep start into this match. But of course, with there being no Keeper, these footies can be much more annoying. If this was a Keeper of the Grove, this footy would be dead already, thanks to the Entangle. So this should be a more relaxed early game for Infi. Doesn't have to fear the early level 3 Keeper sniping unit after unit for him, but the Demon Hunter normally scales better into the late game. Once there is a dispel from the Priest, once there is an answer to the Keeper with his spells, that hero can feel kind of underwhelming. The Demon is always going to be a threat.
Absolutely, and I wanted to point that out actually as well. So far, Infi was only playing against Wardens and Keepers, I think, and he did great. He didn't drop too many maps at all. Now he's facing a Demon Hunter for maybe the first time. It's going to be really annoying. He drains your mana.
Yeah.
You don't have too many water elementals. You can't creep that fast. It's going to be interesting.
And also, a big plus side for the Demon Hunter in this matchup is he prevents the strongest human second hero, Mountain King. You can't play Mountain King against Demon Hunter on 1 base. On 2 base, maybe you can, but on 1 base versus 1, you can't play the MK. It's going to be a Naga second for Infi, but of course also very potent with that hero. We have seen tower pushes in this tier 2 tower pushes with rifles before, and wouldn't be too surprised to see that here as well. Early level 3 is going to be a big deal. HunteR walking into us around though, but might be able to blocked with the Watcher Elemental. Infi with the first big play of this game, but actually he gets out.
There he gets out indeed. Just shouldn't trade too many hits here as this drains a lot of moon juice already. Unlucky ends there on this Archer. Infi comes in with more footmen trying to get that kill. Hunter!
Oh, the bait with the footies. But now the demon is too low, has to go back to heal. One Archer will be falling. Also one footy. Looked like the Ensnare killed him there, but of course it was the right click. But the remainder of the camp goes to Infi, almost level 3 now with that.
Yep, and it's so important that the Demon Hunter survives so he can stay on the map, can get to the tavern, apply pressure. You don't want to leave Infi alone. If he unfolds this game, he's going to crush you with 70 supply, there's no doubt about that. And that's also super important for Hunter, that he is not forgetting about Moonwells and not forgetting about Huntress Halls. That happened to him in the past on stages, or big stages, quite a bit, but I think he found the turn-off button.
Here comes the Naga now. Her slowed down, plus the Demon Hunter right clicks have always been great synergy for the Footman. Chase down now is going to be really good. But it's going to be a response Naga from Infi as well. Almost 100%.
Naga on Naga action, usually one of her dies. Let's see. Hunter starts this fight with a Footman kill, saves his Archer to the right. Is the Demon Hunter strong enough? Mana burn for 50, but oh boy, the Peruvian Naga is in trouble. She doesn't like the cold either. And there is, of course, no staff yet, no TP. Maybe he can't get out of vision. Footman is following, blocks himself a little.
A deny might be a worthwhile consideration.
Oh,
the Archer, nicely done,
man. Hunter severely stepping up his game here at WCG compared to WGL tournaments before.
The boots there were a big help for Infi on his second hero Naga, otherwise it would have been much hard to make work. Hunter saved that money, no mobility at all. Boots, no staff. That should mean a fast tier 3. I imagine it's coming already. Infi, of course, will be staying tier 2. Rifles on the way, Priests on the way. Later on, perhaps a couple of Sorceresses. But Dryads will be coming out soon. They're going to have a strong timing window in the mid-game here, but the more Rifles that hit the field, the worse they become.
But Rifles are a little late, right? He's only now halfway through with a Blacksmith, and I can only imagine that Dryads are coming already.
Yeah, you're right, actually. These Rifles are certainly a little bit late, but the Demon Hunter's progress hasn't been too impressive so far. Was barely level 2. He's going to solo creep this camp now. I think that's the right call. Fog Lightning is nice on the second hero Naga, but level 2 mana burn, I believe, more important.
Preventing the level 2 water elementals. It's all about that. Naga caught off guard. What's she doing there? Infi had some great surrounds. His micro is on point this game. Good block. Oh boy, that horse. You can't pass it, but
staff transfer.
Invo Potion is ready as well. Last second step. But he wants the rest of the camp for level 3. Now TPing out. Sacrificing the Ancient of War for it. Saving the Archer. Yes, with 7 HP.
Okay, good TP. Saves the Archers there, which otherwise probably would have died. But, dude, Infi is looking strong. This is all before, like, he's even at 40 supply, before he even has the Rifles. This was supposed to be a good Dryad timing, but I love this over and over from Infi, how he calls the military. He knows, okay, your Dryads are pretty strong right now, but I'm gonna throw strength against that with the militia across the map.
Yeah, buffer units in front to soak up more damage. Hunter's army is ridiculously small compared to this. Maybe trying to go for a hero kill with a double slow. That's exactly what he does. Has the Invo Potion to chase further. Blocks from Infi coming out, but maybe a little too late. Dryad flanking from the left-hand side. The Frog is blocking as well, and Hunter
is gonna get it.
Gets the hero kill.
So, is he looking for any more kills? Looks like no, but that level 2 hero certainly nice to pick off. Defend on the footies here, very important. Gonna throw the spears back now onto the Dryads. Might be them taking a taste of their own medicine, or rather poison in that case. Naga for Hunter wants to go to the shop. Invul perhaps. Has to be staffed out. Oh, she took quite a bit of damage there. But it gets the Invul and the heal scroll.
Worth it.
Double Invul? Is that necessary? I guess he doesn't have a TP. It's a little scary.
Maybe just to steal it from Archmage or
also
Infi in general.
Also true.
He got a lot of experience here. Another save by Hunter with that Dryad. Dryads are of course fast. Whoa!
Oh, he needs to be careful.
I'm not too sure if that was calculated, but it was the right decision in the end. Demon Hunter is far in the back. Dryads don't do much damage against Rifleman. Trying to take him out. Invo Potion to dive. Maybe a little premature,
That's really
but
good
he's
though.
getting that Rifleman.
Yeah, he got rid of the slow. The Sorceress here is only here to deal with the Demon Hunter. And now the AM, copying lots of damage. May have to be a TP.
Yeah.
He's level 4 already, but not that tanky. Invul wears off though, and the slow comes in again. Where's the Dispels? Where's the Abolishes? Hunter a little
Fork,
slow.
We're Fork Lightning now. Does he have mana for it? Can't reach again. But there is certainly mana.
Where are the Dryads? Dryads are distracted over here. That's not exactly ideal.
On the
Have we
right-hand
seen
side.
a single Abolish yet? Did he forget about the upgrade?
Maybe he did.
2 Dryads died. We heard it off screen. They were busy elsewhere, and Hunter wasn't able to manage both situations at the same time. That's probably where they died. He's gonna get some peasants. Okay. But still has to be careful here with this Naga.
Fork Lightning not used for a nuke, but rather to
nice
to kill the footman and decimate the number of Infis.
There's
300 gold. Another
There's no invul here, but there is a heal scroll.
walks out of slow range.
Still no bears. Is he not going tier 3? He's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a low number of Dryads then.
Yeah. I don't know about that, dude. Like, the longer the game goes, the worse Dryads become. That's always the case. Hoping, I guess, that his Dryad control is as good as Moon's, but that is hard to emulate.
That is absolutely impossible. But even Moon wasn't enough to kill Infi. The more time you give him, the stronger he becomes. Hunter needs to do some damage here. He needs to slow him down, but Infi's kiting this entire tournament is on point. He does have a nice concave of Dryads, but also plenty of damage on them.
Where the hell are the Abolishes? That's 2 water elementals. That was free experience right there.
Not coming. Still not coming. Fork Lightning. But that's about it. You're right. He's not using the spell of the
There we
Dryad.
go.
Okay.
Finally. Gets rid of one of them. But there's still 2 water elementals on the field.
Oh,
And,
block
and the
comes
Dispel
in.
against the slow. Again too slow. Again it was slow. There we go. Finally the water elementals are gone. But the militia are here again. Infi never forgets about them.
Demon Hunter in the middle of everything. Punches from all sides. Invo Potion transferred. Boy, that was risky. Dryads are falling though. This meat shield is nice. The pickaxes inflicting some damage on the Dryads. Naga level 3. Level 2 Fork Lightning most likely. Is the Naga on the platter now? Hunter, it was daytime the entire time. So Moon Juice is rare if existent at all.
Yeah. And this is why, a big reason why you want bears. The heal from the rejuvenation for the Demon Hunter is so damn good. It usually feels like you need the heal to make this Demon Hunter work. And he is going tier 3 now. But it's so late.
He has the help of the Ancient Protector now. He expected that push a little earlier, I guess. But the repair is simply not enough. Level 4 is a big level up for the Demon Hunter for the level 2 evasion. He needs that. He will be the focus point on the entire army of Infi at times. But what about the Dryads? They have like a 150 HP max, like combined these 3. And Infi is setting up a tower.
It's only 2 rifles though. If he can take them out, the damage here isn't too big. And here comes Reju. That's such a big deal.
Not even sure if he has this spell. He was researching it. So I guess he has it, but he's not using it.
And now level 3 for the Naga. Aiming for the Naga kill is Hunter once again, but she's so fast with those boots, it's not gonna happen. And never dispelling the slow on the demon. This is the big mistake.
Yeah.
Never using the Abolish. And the Naga, she's gonna fall here again with the slow.
No dispel. Can he get the revenge kill somehow? No, Infi got the invul potion and he will make sure to use that in the best possible moment.
Yeah, these sorceresses are just doing way too much.
Yeah.
There's
That's
no
not
way this
supposed
is
to be
allowed
that
to
way.
happen against Mass Dryads.
Also, no wisp pull for detonate. GG! Hunter was good against TH, but Infi just rock solid. And yeah, as always, a couple of mistakes by Hunter that cost him the game in the end. You cannot do those mistakes against the Iceman. It's impossible.
Yeah. Trying with the Mass Dryads side, I was surprised to see that. Usually Hunter was always a 1-base tier 3 player.
Yeah.
Get those bears, get that Orb of Venom, and that's a massive damage increase. If you get the bears, if you get the Orb of Venom, Naga Fork Lightning perhaps from the back, suddenly this human front line of peasants disappears quickly, and then it's time to chew through the rifles. But I guess he was looking for a mid-game timing, was trying to overwhelm with like 7 Dryads that can work sometimes, move from rifle to rifle, and if it's no rifles left, then suddenly Dryads are great again.
Yes.
But that happens very rarely, and if it happens, normally it's Moon. And as you said correctly, like Infi, the shape he's showing right now, it's very unlikely it's gonna work.
It's so weird how Infi is either do or die, like he's either there 100% or at around 50 or so. Sometimes he's so scary.
Yeah.
Like here today, the past 2 days, except maybe the first game, but that was not Infi's weakness, that was Hawk's strength that got him the series. And since then, Infi's undefeated, and you saw here why. Rock solid, no mistakes, great decision making. I really like how in the early game he did damage with the Archmage. The inventory was good, but not great. It wasn't like 3 claws something, but the damage he did to the Demon Hunter slowed Hunter down, forced him into skirmishes that he didn't really want to take because there were too many footmen, and footmen in the hands of Infi is a mighty, mighty, mighty weapon.
And something that I keep on seeing happening from Hunter, but also from many other Night Elves. Why is it so much of a priority to be aggressive with level 2 Demon? If you trade creeping, it's going to be level 3 AM versus level 3 Demon Hunter. The one guy has mana burn to prevent the spells, and the one guy works much better with additional stats. Demon Hunter with stats with level 3, with boots as well. If there's the Naga battle in the middle going on, and the Demon has boots and level 3, he's going to win the Naga war. 100%.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you kind of have to be, I guess, aggressive with level 2 Demon immediately, because with one archer you can't creep well. But once you have 2-3 archers, I think you should really start creeping. This Demon progress was very slow, and we have to say, items are pretty unfortunate. Mantle and Ring. Ring is better, yes. It's not bad, but you want the damage. You want the right click.
Maybe it's a little map dependent as well, or at least for Hunter. Depends on how you can move the Engines of War and what creep camps are close and what can you get. How fast can you be at level 3? We'll see if he adapts, if he changes it up a little, or will he stay true to his style. I mean, he was successful with that style so far. Yeah,
and especially on AZ, I think boots are especially good there because it's not easy to creep level 3, so you want to creep some small camps to get more kills, get more experience, and then get more experience from footy kills, which is much easier with those boots. And especially if you don't go tier 3, you should have the boots. Like, where's all your money going?
You need that normal damage. You need damage in the first place. Of course, Naga provides some from range. You can rely on that. But the Dryad damage is really not there. The Demon Hunter, in this case, was slowed over time. Not in range of the units. He dropped a lot of DPS because of that. And then Bears would have been great. You saw how effective this Reju was for a couple of seconds until he lost everything else, but yeah, that would have been a good solution for sure.
Going to Bears, though, to be fair, is always a little bit scary. We have seen plenty of pushes before master training is done. Suddenly, 45 supply, human army is hitting you, and there's too many peasants and everything else. And we get into map number 2, the map that Infi needs. Only a single one more, and he gets out of this group stage in first place.
Indeed. He would meet most likely with a Night Elf, that would be Moon or Lawlight. Lawlight, by the way, winning the first map against Side, so he does what he needs to do, but his tournament life is in the hands of TH. That like if TH defeats Moon and Lawlight defeats Side, then the younger Korean advances and Moon's WCG curse hits again. But that is a topic for Todd and Rodty later on the Games Sports stream. We are on Last Refuge. Hunter in the upper right. There was a game at a WGL 1 year ago, I think, where Hunter had Infi on the brink of a defeat, like on the verge of defeat, and a bug caused a regame. And Infi took that regame. I think that's still in the heads of a lot of people. Hopefully, he can get some revenge now. For him, of course.
AZ tends to be one base versus one base with the bases, with the expansions, I mean. Being so hard to creep, that is not the case here in LR. Super easy expansions. Is Infi going to go for that now? Or is he going to play one base only? I wonder, how does he judge Hunter? For example, if you go into a macro game against Moon, everyone knows that's super scary. Moon is the master of masteries of life. Moon is the master of split push attacks, of harassment and so on. Hunter, not really his style, not really his standout quality. He's more of a one base kind of player. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Infi force this into a two-base game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That goes with his macro strength perfectly and is good against Hunter's tendency to slip in macro. So what's the item this time? Oh, okay, we will see it later. Archmage a little slower with the creeping. That's the nature of this matchup thanks to the Engine of War for the Night Elf. Infi gets the claws.
Hunter is expecting the expansion creep. He wants to be down there with the demon right away to punish this. Perhaps get a last hit with the mana burn, but that doesn't seem to be the creep route here for Infi. Takes the green first and then goes for evasion creeping. The AM suddenly changes directions, goes into the north, and this is not being scouted for. Ideally, there should be a Wisp on the left-hand side of the map looking for movement like this, but Hunter doesn't have that. Hunter has no vision and no clue.
And he is not able to do anything with this Demon Hunter now. He will be stuck on a low level for a long time. Infi on the other side, yes, this is not the optimal way to creep. This is not the highest XP per second that he can get, but it's safe. And he gets a lot more experience with this. He gets the big one right there, levels up, and the Demon Hunter was walking across the entire map from up to down, then from down to up. And yeah, XP lead for Infi.
So that must mean a tier 2 tech now, right? His resources, are low enough. Infi is on the way to tier 2. Not playing the expansion. Interesting. Confident to keep on playing one base rifles. Could be a tier 2 rifle expansion as well, but that is normally not too favored against Night Elf because they are so strong with the Dryads coming out and the second hero on tier 2, which can be scary to expand into. So it looks like just straight up one base versus one base here, where again, hero levels are going to be a big deal. Boots now for both heroes, finally, especially on the Demon. I like that he goes for them.
Me too. Still could be a tier 2 expansion for Infi. Humans play this more and more these days in mostly other matchups though, but it's still a possibility. If one fight goes great for him or good for him, he seizes the opportunity and he uses that time so well. But Hunter is... Oh, nice split here.
Can he get the deny? This would be a big one. AM a little too far away. And this is important for the experience gain. This map also is hard to creep on, as the Ancient of War, the first one, only grants you one camp, and it's a small camp only. Ancient of War now is moving over to the Merc camp, but that's very predictable. This is something that Infi might be looking towards punishing.
Yeah, that's... At first he's contained here. Evasion is running now, so he can stay in this fight a little longer. Infi's units are all healed.
I love this. Infi waits for the last second to summon the Water Elemental just to draw the Demon in to get a bit more damage on him. This is the highest level of human play. Doesn't result in too much damage, but maybe he's going to be, tempted to go in further, and then he's going to drop low, and then you're going to be able to force him back to the Moonwells, and finally there's going to be some freedom again for Infi to creep.
Okay, and that is two rather big camps close to his base in the 6 o'clock and the 5 o'clock position. But it's time for the second hero for Hunter. It's the Panda this time. Not aggressive, as this map is a little bigger than Amazonia. There's way more spots to take, and the Panda shines on level 3 real hard. We've seen more and more of this Panda, especially in this tournament. At WGL, he was picked, but not that often. Here we see him basically every game in this match.
Is a little bit risky. Oh, the Demon. This could be a nice last hit. They're fighting for it. Demon got it, I believe.
I think so too.
Yeah, with the high attack speed, he made that work. If you don't get the Panda to level 3 though, oh, wow, what a read by Infi. He knows it's a Panda going for the Blood Mage. The Siphon being the idea here to drain the Panda so he can't make use of his mana. How does he know?
I'm not sure if there was...
Hunter lost the Ancient of War and 2 units to the creeps though. Ah, that hurts.
That's exactly what I mean, man. His macro is slipping at times, and he wasn't paying attention there.
Oh, the next Archer.
That's a lot. That is a lot, and you're not allowed to give Infi these gifts.
That stings. That is not good for the mid game. Of course, we're moving towards the late game here. No tech still. He goes double lore and shop before the tech.
Again, not too confident in the bears, I guess.
Yeah, they are not as strong as of course as they used to be. Dealing less damage nowadays.
Okay, that's the Siphon mana. You drain the mana of the Demon Hunter, trying to get rid of the mana burns, but in general, this should be used on the Panda then, and maybe some mana transfers on the Archmage to get you another Water Elemental.
And now in the mid-game creep contest, losing these two archers really hurts. And also losing the Ancient of War means creeping is going to be really tough now until he gets bears. Last hit, I didn't quite see it.
Me neither, but the item goes to Infi, and you don't want to TP at that position. You're so close to your base. It's your shop basically to take, and Infi is pushing forward.
Seriously?
Again with Militia. The Panda is not on a high level.
Yeah, and that's the issue here. That hero is very strong late game, but if he doesn't get level 3, he's not that good, honestly.
Here's the Siphon, draining quite a bit. But okay, old school tier 2 tower rush with a new school hero, but yeah, rifle push with tower support. Hunter has to hold.
Dragonite's Bell of Fire doing okay damage there, but again, it's only level 1 breath. It's not that much, and there should be a heal scroll Infi side, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, otherwise he can just fall back a little to the shop, get it there.
No, he doesn't have it actually. Okay, doesn't have it yet, but as you said, can get it very close by.
Panda has no mana anymore. No AoE, no mischance for him. Might be surrounded. Oh no! He's switching the focus to the Blood Mage, but big heal potion. Nice reaction by Infi. Level up as well, but now the Archmage is a little exposed. Both heroes for Hunter down.
Oh,
Banish save. Can he somehow do something against it? Panda down! Only the Demon Hunter survives. GG! Well played! The winner of the WCG group stage comes from China, and it's Infi.
Alright, that was somewhat to be expected. I thought it would be closer than that.
Yes.
But Infi is just 2 on point today. 2 on point at the moment. This group stage, Infi just sweeping through it with the exception of Hawk there standing in his way. But this is pretty exciting to see. This is the first time in a while we are at a big tournament and the standout player of the first couple of days is Infi.
It's true. I think it's first time in a year or so.
Yeah, something like that.
That we really think of this. He was good at WGL, but then kind of fell off. It wasn't as dominant as TH. Hunter, it's a little sad, man. His tournament was really good with map wins that no one really did expect. And then his only game broadcasted and he loses it in this fashion. This does not display what Hunter accomplished in this tournament.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he keeps on grinding and coming back to China. He loves it here. So we will see more of him.
You know, some games you're just a little bit off, and that series was definitely a little bit off,
Yes.
especially in the second game. A lot of things went wrong there, to be honest. But yeah, that's something to improve on. You know, I'm sure he's going to be back. I'm sure we're going to be seeing him at WGL again. And he did get his first victory as well.
Yeah.
Over Side, he won the best of 3 there and took maps of extremely strong players. But yeah, this is where it ends here for him. No playoffs. That would have been a sensational surprise. Maybe next time.
Yes. And that's also the end for us here today. There's more Warcraft action at WCG. At the moment, it's running on WCG_Game Sports, I believe. Tonnen Rotterdam casting Lawlight and Side. And the main event of the day is Moon versus TH. Deciding if Moon makes it to the top 4 or if it's Lawlight. That match is not allowed to miss. If you're a Warcraft fan, Moon and TH, maybe the greatest minds that Warcraft has ever seen. The grand final of 2013 WCG. It's just Christmas and birthday at the same day for Warcraft fans.
Yeah. And for Moon especially, pretty stressful, man. He kind of needs to perform if the light wins, which is to be expected. And tomorrow, we're going to be moving into the semifinals. We're going to be moving into the playoffs, dude. This is where it really heats up. Of course, we have a $40,000 prize pool. Only top 3 get prize money here, but those get a lot of prize money indeed. We have 25 grand for first, 10 for second, and 5 for third. And man, is it really going to be Moon Curse at WCG?
Moon Curse at WCG.
So many years later, still unbelievable.
Kind of hard to break the curse sometimes. Tomorrow it's going to be main stage. We're going to do 2 games, and Tonnen Rotterdam going to do the opening of tomorrow. If you want more information, you can get that at wiki.backtowarcraft.com. We are Back to Warcraft, by the way. Feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram for more impressions of WCG 2019 in Xi'an. So, we have Infi as the winner. That means he will most likely get a Night Elf, right? That means we have Hawk versus TH pretty much guaranteed as the semifinal.
Yeah. And then it's going to be between Lawlight and Moon,
who faces Infi.
Yeah.
Oh
Pretty
boy,
much.
that is scary. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. And of course, the grand final on Sunday on the main stage.
Yeah.
It's so awesome to see how many fans are here for Warcraft 3.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the standout game of this entire tournament. Not downplaying all the other tournaments, but if there is the Warcraft 3 logo at any stage, it's packed, and that's so beautiful.
Yeah, and Moon and Sky, two of the most legendary players, two of the most beloved players in China, attracting so many fans. But also many of the new ones. I saw Side actually giving plenty of autographs and photographs. Really nice to see them embracing the newer players as well.
Lawlight as well.
Yeah,
got a lot of cheers in his games.
And Hawk also I saw with quite a few fans. Hawk, by the way, who can you really be happy with? Which opponent?
Yeah.
Whether it be Lawlight, Infi, TH, or Moon. Like it's kind of a nightmare either way. But what he said himself is that his most feared opponent, which he really wants to dodge, would be Moon.
Yes.
And that is the case for him. So at least he doesn't have to face Moon, against whom he lost with 0-2, his worst game result-wise in the group stage. So that's going to be, if at all, a match only for the final.
Yeah, Hawk seems to be really, really, really confident in his mirror match. And across 5 games, I see why. It might be a little tough for him that he's meeting TH, because on map 3 between them, that was TH outplaying him hard. He found a solution, attacking at multiple spots at the same time while forcing a fight. And Hawk was like, what the hell is happening here?
That was sick play. On LR with the Panda, with the Zeppelin.
Yeah, he attacked with the Zeppelin, the Shredder. He was sending water elementals into the base, and then the fight in the middle.
Yeah.
That was surreal, man. 3x, always new ways, even in human mirrors, which is basically set in stone with Breaker Wars. But sometimes he goes Blizzard. Sometimes he does this Night Elf-esque split attacks. It's fantastic. And this is kind of a throwback to WEC 2014. 3 humans on top. Hawk is one of them. It's like
Reprisal is missing and Yumiko, but this is looking pretty reminiscent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, TH, he came into this tournament as not necessarily the big favorite, but as the favorite if we had to choose one. This year so far did belong to TH. He did badly, kind of. I mean, top 4 is not badly at WGL, but he didn't get as far as some may have thought. But he won so many tournaments this year. Now, finally, Infi stepping out of the shadow. He had been in the shadow for so long this entire year, and also the previous year.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the turning point now for Infi? This is not something you want to think about if you're Infi, like, oh, can I finally overtake TH? That's kind of already putting yourself down. But maybe in the back of his mind, that is one of his thoughts.
That's the thing in China here. Sky is the biggest legend maybe in all of Chinese esports. He has these 2 WCG titles. Infi and TH were always in Sky's shadows, even though they surpassed him in prize money and maybe even in world championships by now because they are playing just a lot longer than Sky was. The 2 WCG titles is what always stands out. Only Sky and Grubby have those. Infi and TH both have 1. So who's the first Chinese to equalize with Sky? That is such a dramatic storyline here. And usually TH and Infi are brothers. Like, I'm kind of surprised they don't share everything.
Yeah.
So now they really have to fight against each other, and it's cool to see.
Yeah, and WCG, we hope, of course, there's going to be another one next year. But if it's the same format, only 2 Chinese players, you cannot be sure that you're going to get through the Chinese qualifier, dude. There's 1-0 waiting in there. There's young and up-and-coming org players waiting in there. There's a lot of competition in China. Hundreds and hundreds of players signed up for this qualifier for WCG because it has such a rich history. And it is still so big in China. As we're seeing here firsthand, it's so cool. So many fans are here. We're lining up yesterday. Show match into the other hall, from one hall into the next hall. Really, really cool. So fun to see all these guys here again.
Yeah, at one point they had to close the hall down because there were too many people. All the seats were taken. This is what the older caster generation was always talking about. Like how crazy it is. And yeah, it is happening here in Xi'an. This is Warcraft Dreamland. And I think only WCG can create that magic because Warcraft 3 is the only title, if I'm not mistaken, that was at every single WCG since 2002 or 3? 2003, I think
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something that's also I feel like is a little special about WCG. We have a lot of tournaments in Warcraft 3 going on, where you can follow us at twitch.tv/back2warcraft, by the way. But we're gonna be, that's it for today, guys. We'll see you okay, no, we're actually not out. I'm sorry, guys. We misunderstood this. We have nothing more Warcraft-wise for you today, but we're going to be back tomorrow with our semifinals.
What are you talking about, man? Twitch.tv/WCG_GameSports. Liat versus Side is running there, and Moon versus Side tomorrow. We have tomorrow Clash Royale, Honor of Kings, and Dota 2 on this very stream, the Tournament Zone 2. So if you're curious for other matches apart from Warcraft 3, the mobile games making a big splash here, especially in China, and Dota 2 is always a treasure to watch.
Oh, and yeah, there's still Warcraft action enough, so you guys, if you have 2 monitors, set them both up, Side versus Liat, perhaps going into the last stages there. And yeah, WCG, we have had a chance here to check out some other games. Always been a tradition at WCG, multi-game tournament, of course. It feels so old school. We don't have too many of those anymore in this day and age of esports, but to see all of them coming together on multiple stages, in multiple halls. We actually have some robot fighting going on.
Dude, the Robot Wars are my second favorite
Which
to
is
Warcraft.
insane, by the way. They're so hype over there. There's VR as well, which I still want to try out. I haven't done yet.
We'll see that on our socials for sure.
Yeah, never done that before. It's a great viewer experience over here. If you guys are somewhat close by, consider going to Xi'an. It's a lot of fun here. And yeah, only the second day. We have 2 more days in store. Well, of course, tomorrow and the day after is going to be a really big match, the semifinals, the grand finals, to find out who gets the gold medal in Warcraft and in so many other titles.
Russia could become the 2-time champion with WGL and WCG. That's it for us here today. Go check out WCG GameSports. Back to Warcraft says bye-bye. Have fun with Todd and Rotterdam.